Today's video is dedicated to strong but tasty cocktails for those who are tired of drinking Long Island iced tea but want something similar. Not variations on the Long Island per se, I've made them several times, you can check them out, but cocktails from the same category. Long drinks with several types of alcohol, which doesn't really come out in the flavor that much. Let's start with an 80s legend, Jungle Juice. If you've seen any Tipsy Bartender's video, chances are that was Jungle Juice. He made it in a punch bowl, in all sorts of plastic containers, in the bathtub and even in the toilet. The drink, popular at American college parties, was invented in the literal jungles of the Southwest Pacific Theater of World War II, when American soldiers, lacking commercial booze, began combining anything they could get their hands on, which would ferment. The simplest jungle juice was made by drilling holes in a coconut and inserting raisins and sugar into it. It fermented for a week and caused a terrible hangover. Years later, jungle juice evolved into a strong punch, of which there are many recipes, and it is always full of alcohol and fruit juices. So let's make one of the variants, but not in a toilet bowl, I'm sorry, but in a shaker. And to the shaker add vodka, 1 ounce 30 ml, white rum, 1 ounce 30 ml, sweetened cranberry juice, 1 ounce 30 ml, orange juice, 1 ounce 30 ml, pineapple juice, 1 ounce 30 ml, freshly squeezed lime juice, 3/4 ounce 22 ml, and simple syrup, 1/3 of an ounce 10 ml. Fill the shaker with ice and shake it vigorously, dedicating the shake to this comment. Fill the highball glass with ice and fine strain the cocktail. Garnish with an orange wheel. And there you have it, homeboy! Not that strong, I didn't even put Everclear in it, but a distinctly alcoholic, fruity long drink. It's quite pleasant, and you could really make a whole punch bowl of it, just multiply the ingredients and drink it all night long. Now let's talk about the Cuba Libre. The classic version of this cocktail was invented in the early 20th century in Cuba, and it's just rum, cola and a little lime juice. The last ingredient is what makes it different from the regular rum and coke. I could make this mixed drink, but it's too easy, so I'll make a more complicated and fortified version from Canadian bar BlackTail. The cocktail is built directly in an old-fashioned glass, to which I'm gonna add light rum, preferably Cuban rum, 1 ounce 30 ml. Cola reduction. To make it, you simply pour a large bottle of any cola into a pot and boil it until it evaporates 6 to 7 times. It takes about 30 minutes to an hour, depending on the intensity of boiling. The main thing to take into account is that the less liquid left in the pot, the faster it evaporates. I overdid it a little bit, so I'm gonna add 2/3 of an ounce 20 ml. But you see how it turns out for you. The alternative is just to use cola syrup. Fernet, an Italian type of Amaro. It's bitter, it's aromatic, and you need just a teaspoon of it. Stir a little, add a nice big ice ball, and stir a little more to chill and dilute. I'm using an ice ball, so I stir a little longer, but if you are using just ice cubes, you can stir for like 10 to 15 seconds. And top up with dry sparkling wine, about 4 ounces, 120 ml. Stir a little more, and garnish with a piece of lime peel. Oh, a more complex, bittersweet taste. It balances sweetness and with herbal notes, just a touch of herbal notes, and a crisp finish thanks to the sparkling wine. Definitely drier than the regular rum and coke, but definitely more complex, and I like it. I think I like it better. And now my invention, an old-fashioned with alcohol from Long Island, which I've named Long-Fashioned. It may not really fit the theme of this video, but I've been waiting to make this one for a long time, so here it is. First, chill the glass with ice. Stir it until glass is cold. Now discard the ice and start mixing. Since our cocktail is going to be strong and alcohol will be at the forefront of it, I'm going to use everything as flavorful and as expensive as I can get. First of all, tequila. In this case, tequila añejo, 2/3 of an ounce, 20 ml. Gin. I'm using barrel-aged gin with a little bit of oaky aftertaste. Also 2/3 of an ounce, 20 ml. And aged rum. Also 2/3 of an ounce, 20 ml. Orange bitters instead of triple sec, 2 to 3 dashes. Next is the sweetener. It seems logical to use my cola reduction, but actually it's not like there's a strong cola flavor in the original Long Island iced tea, so I personally prefer to use maple syrup, about a teaspoon. And that, by the way, is a traditional ingredient for Long Island iced tea. If you look at its history, I talked about it in one of my earlier videos. Stir a little, fill the glass with ice, and stir thoroughly. Garnish with a lemon peel. And here it is, the long-fashioned lemon peel. Gives it a distinct lemon aroma. Strong flavor. Maybe just a little bit of maple syrup. I added about 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons will be great. Up to 10 ml, I guess. But overall, it's like an old-fashioned, but with multiple alcohols, with multiple flavors. I didn't add vodka because vodka doesn't add anything, just the alcohol, so we don't need it. Anyway, I think the experiment was successful. And the next cocktail was invented in Moscow's Lumberjack bar. They don't have Coke in their bar, so if a guest asks for a Long Island iced tea, they offer an alternative, a cocktail called Easy Cowboy. Probably their most popular cocktail, by the way. It's made in a shaker, to which we're gonna add brandy, 1 ounce, 30 ml. White rum, also 1 ounce, 30 ml. Peach liqueur, 1 ounce, 30 ml. Freshly squeezed lemon juice, 2/3 of an ounce, 20 ml. Earl Grey tea, just regular tea that I made at home using hot water and tea leaves, 1 2/3 of an ounce, 50 ml. And simple syrup, 2/3 of an ounce, 20 ml. Fill the shaker with ice and shake it vigorously, dedicating this shake to this comment. Fill the highball glass with ice and fine strain the cocktail. Garnish with an orange or lemon peel. And here it is. Perfect. It's not like a Long Island iced tea, it's more of another iced tea, peach iced tea to be exact, with alcohol. Balanced and great for summer, or you can make it like a punch. Just multiply all the ingredients and make it in a bowl. The tea gives its tannins to the flavor, like a mouthfeel. It's a pretty good cocktail. If you want to make just one of today's cocktails, make this one. And it's pretty easy. Everybody has tea. And another creation from the bartenders at Lumberjack, Redneck. This time bourbon-based and built directly in the highball glass. To which we're gonna add bourbon, 1 ounce, 30 ml. Cinnamon syrup, half an ounce, 15 ml. A mix of lemon and lime juice, or just lime juice, or just lemon juice, half an ounce, 15 ml. Fill the glass with ice, stir a little to mix everything up, and top up with dry cider, about 3 ounces, 90 ml. Stir a little more, and garnish with a bacon strip. To make it, just bake your bacon strips in the oven at 200 Celsius, or however it is in Fahrenheit, I think 400, for about 15 minutes. And there it is. An easy cocktail, the perfect combo. Also bacon pairs perfectly with apple cider and all the other flavors, whiskey. And the best thing is you can drink and eat at the same time, and life doesn't get much better than that. Did you like this video? Which alternative to Long Island iced tea do you prefer? Tell me in the comments. Check out other playlists with other cocktail recipes. If you want to support my channel, join the YouTube membership or become a patron. Thanks a lot. Drink responsibly. All the recipes in text form are on my website, thedrcork.com. Dosvidos.